Uncle Bernie, he's too old to play with dolls. Can we play something else, baby?
America, I'm sorry. This girl about to drive me crazy.
So he's always calling himself Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac's so great. Bernie Mac's so smart.
You ain't making it no better with that outfit you got on.
Do you like my outfit, Bernie Mac?
Whoa, where are my clothes?
I don't even remember what happened.
You don't remember what happened? What you mean?
Tequila.
The Bernie Mac Show is one of the most iconic sitcoms of the early 2000s. It came out from under the wing of other influential shows like The Cosby Show and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Given that it had a very strong appeal to audiences around the globe and the performance of a lifetime by Bernie himself, you'd think that the cast would get a good rep from being on the show. But it turns out that wasn't the case. They struggled to find work after the show's conclusion. As a result, some of the most innocent and lovable faces on the show had to resort to OnlyFans to make ends meet.
Now, recently in the headlines, you went up creating an OnlyFans link. Everybody like, damn, baby girl got an OnlyFans. How you feel about that? What made you start it?
I think it started off like as a joke, mainly. Like I would talk to my friends and we would always talk about, like I got a couple friends that was like, we would always joke about it. Like, yeah, we gonna start one, just like bullshit. And then I wanted to have like a photo shoot done for my birthday, and I wanted to be different. Like I've never taken like, I guess, sensual photos, or like, how people do the little lingerie birthday shoots and stuff like that. So it was just kind of me like starting off wanting to do that, but I was like, you know what, like if we're gonna do it, might as well get paid for the shit. So like me and him talked about it. He see everything that I post on it too. Like shit, he was here helping me take the picture. So like, I don't know, I talked to my family about it, and I spoke to my friends, and because I knew like nobody posts me. I be living my life in silence, and then I do something, everybody, oh God, Earth's ending. I done made OnlyFans, and it's, no. A lot of people think I was influenced by Camille, which it was not, nothing like that. She didn't know I was making one. I didn't tell nobody was making one, because we live our own separate lives. Even though we all close, we cool. We all our own people. So I don't know. I just kind of decided to do it and say it, and then.
You said Camille, that's who played Vanessa. Mm-hmm. Of the Bernie Mac Show.
Yeah.
She had started one first.
Yeah, she started one in the beginning of the pandemic.
Right.
I supported her 100%. I'm like, yeah, just go subscribe. And I also defended her too, because everyone always got something to say. Everyone always got something to say or reference towards Bernie.
If you aren't aware, OnlyFans is a subscription service that allows users to purchase someone's private content. I'm guessing you can already see where this is going. So, how is it that some of the cast members fell from grace and ended up having to create an account on the platform? Let's dive a little deeper. In 2001, the Fox network unveiled The Bernie Mac Show, a television sitcom that starred Bernie Mac portraying a fictionalized version of himself. The plot revolves around his character unexpectedly assuming guardianship of his sister's 3 children following her entry into rehab. Camille Winbush played Vanessa Tompkins, Bernie's eldest niece, adding a touch of sass to the family dynamic. Jeremy Suarez brought his lovable nerdiness to the role of Bernie's middle nephew, and Dee Davis stole hearts as Bernie's youngest niece, affectionately dubbed Baby Girl. The actors who portrayed the Tompkins kids were all relatively early in their careers when they landed their roles on The Bernie Mac Show. Camille had previously appeared in various TV shows and films, while Jeremy Suarez and Dee Davis were relatively new to the acting scene. While you might think that their performances on the show catapulted them to fame, they only faded into the forgotten history of the entertainment industry. I mean, just check out their IMDb pages. There is not a single major contribution to film or TV. Most of them had to make do with landing small, one-time appearances on TV shows or being cast as voice actors. To have a single actor or actress fall from the pedestal is one thing, but for it to happen to everyone involved is just odd. Despite being only 10 years old at the time, Winbush's portrayal left viewers awestruck. She was genuinely a very good actress and received recognition for her role, winning 3 consecutive NAACP Image Awards and a Young Artist Award. Following the show's end, Winbush continued acting, notably in The Secret Life of the American Teenager, but would never go on to receive the same level of success she had seen on The Bernie Mac Show. Now, Camille again finds herself in the headlines, albeit for very different reasons. This time, she's defending herself against online users who continue to make disparaging comments about her OnlyFans account.
So OnlyFans came about because my best friend, who was also on Secret Life, she had created a page.
Yes.
She was doing really well
Yes.
on there. And she was telling me, girl, I just paid off grad school. Like, get on there within a few months. And at first, I was thinking, no, nobody wants to see me. Like, nobody's going to pay for that. I don't want to get naked. I'm not going to do anything salacious or crazy. And she was like, no, trust me, people want to see you. You are an adult.
Right.
Like, they want to see what you've been up to. So at the time, I was 30. I had a situationship at that time. And he was the type, he didn't care. He was like, go for it, do you. So I talked to my parents about it, and I explained it. I told them what it's known for, and I explained what I was going to be doing. And I was like, it's more Maxim than Playboy. They were both like, okay, if you think you can make some money, who are we to say no?
Right.
Like, as long as you are not crossing any of your personal boundaries, you're not hurting anybody, it's legal.
Right.
Go for it. So I did it.
After celebrating her 34th birthday in 2021, Winbush shared several photos on social media. While many fans congratulated her, some couldn't resist commenting on her most recent venture. She had recently set up her OnlyFans account to keep in touch with some of her fans.
I don't do anything X-rated. You know, I'm on there dancing around in lingerie. So,
is there never a little anything?
I mean, sometimes I wear sheer bras.
Okay.
But I'm not like
Full
fully.
out. Okay.
I'm aware that people generally go on there to see more. So I go for volume. Like, I have a pretty decent amount of subscribers.
That's what they're called. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are willing to pay a reasonable amount, between like 10 and 40 per month.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that probably could add up.
And then on top of that, you can charge for whatever content you release on there.
But Winbush has pushed back against the haters in the past, emphasizing that her choices are her own and they do not define her negatively.
I knew that people weren't going to like it, but I did not expect the extreme pushback that I got. It was majority black men, which I was surprised by.
I am surprised about that.
And it was just the nastiness of it. Like, I understand you have this perception of me and what you think I should be doing or what you would like to see me doing, but to attack and try to bring me down for it. Like, I had people questioning my mental health, people saying, oh, she must not have a father. Her parents are so disappointed in her. And I'm like, damn, all of this
and
from
then
a couple
whole
pictures?
Bernie thing. Bernie must be turning
bringing
over.
him into it. Like, it was too much.
Yeah.
I can take a joke, but when you start going after people that are no longer here, or like my family that has nothing to do with it, then that's taking it too far.
Right.
In a follow-up to her original announcement post, Winbush told her followers, I made the mistake of reading comments about my fan announcement. Overall, the majority were supportive, and I appreciate that. I really do. But I'm human, and of course the ones that stuck out to me were the negatives. Camille also had this to say about her last relationship.
I live a semi-public life.
Okay.
I have the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I make good money on my own. And that is a lot for men, not every man, but that is a lot for some men to handle, especially like with my last relationship.
Yeah.
He ended up telling me that I need to get a real job and that he was embarrassed by me having OnlyFans. So it's going to take a special kind of guy who is secure in himself, who will be able to support me and the choices that I make and the life that I live.
She said this about her future on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans is temporary for me. I know that every good thing comes to an end, and I'm just riding that wave as long as I can, but that was never the final destination for me. So if I met someone that can meet me above or right where I'm at, then of course.
So, is it safe to say that the industry have forced our young female actresses in situations where they wouldn't normally get into because of pay? Despite the backlash, our Nessa remained focused on her career and personal life. She also admits she isn't afraid to admit that the struggle is real. Camille continues to take on small acting roles and most recently has appeared in the movie Holiday Hideaway as Carly.
Start dinner without me?
She is now 34 years old and has an accumulated net worth of $4.5 million.
I'm tired. Can you play by yourself today?
Okay, I'll get the scissors.
No, baby. Don't get no scissors.
It seems as if her little sister from the show followed in her footsteps.
She didn't tell me that she was gonna do it.
Oh, really?
I found out when everybody else did, which I understand. Like, she's still on there. She's thriving.
Wow.
Like, I'm happy for her. Why not?
Dee Davis won our hearts for her performance as the youngest child Bernie Mac would take care of. She made her first appearance on the show at the age of 5 and remained on the series until its end in 2006. In February of 2023, Davis posted a picture of herself on her Instagram with the caption, "OnlyFans, links in bio." Davis, who is now 27 years old, will let those who subscribe to her account know that she's a big girl now.
No, I do appreciate that because I do want people to see me as me. Like, I'm a great person. I'm wonderful. I would like for people to see me as me, or like, it's so funny when people get to know me, they're just like, a lot of people thought like I was trying to piggyback off of her, and it wasn't even the case. It was just, hey, look, I'm grown. I'm not doing anything crazy on there because I'm still a mother. It was just like, I see people take lingerie pics and post them on their Instagrams or take little nice pictures. I've never done nothing like that. So I was just like, I'm going to do it.
Nice.
And I did it. And I felt like it started off as a joke. And then I think it kind of turned into a confidence booster. Not really of like, it meant like more of self-confidence. Like, I've always been the like bigger girl, the chubbier girl. Even like as a kid, like I always had a little pudge. And so it's like kind of like taking back my power. Like, I like the way I look.
When Davis first announced the launch of her OnlyFans account, many who grew up watching her were caught off guard. It is notable that Davis turned off the comments for the post, most likely due to the comments her co-star Camille Winbush received when she joined OnlyFans back in 2021.
I'm so goofy and stupid, like, for me to do that and like feel more powerful, like, oh snap, I was like, okay. I never did nothing like that before, but it made me feel good. It made me feel good. It was something I wanted to do, and I was just like, hey, we gonna do it. Talked to my guy about it. He was like, I'm cool with it. I talked to my mom. I talked to my parents about it. I was like, hey, I'm gonna let y'all know, because I was like, I don't want no blogs coming out.
Because they would come.
Surprise. Yes. But no, I did tell like my close friends and family, because I was like, I know that if I do this, even though I haven't done anything in the industry for the longest, people still like to keep little tabs on my life. I was real self-conscious about it just because I was like, I'm a very nervous person. A lot of people don't know that. Like, I have horrible stage fright, literally, like as my late 20s. I'm just now really getting into my confidence, because I was always told like I was chubbier or bigger, or like kids would make fun of just like, and like I know that my weight began to be a problem for the show too. And so I don't know, it's just like, having that instilled in you like as a kid, like it messes your head up a little bit.
It has been some time since Davis appeared on television screens. Since the Bernie Mac show ended its run in 2006, Davis appeared in one episode of ER in 2007 and one episode of the drama series 2 Degrees in 2020, during her time away from the Hollywood industry. Dee Dee's most recent TV appearance was an episode of the Session podcast, where she spoke on her career, working with Bernie Mac, her break from acting, and motherhood. During her interview, she reflected on the break she took from acting after pregnancy. She faced difficulty in finding her career path after high school.
I felt like another reason that I wanted to get out of the industry is because they had a look that I didn't have. And so I didn't feel like back then it was quite diverse. I didn't feel like they really liked my size or the way I looked. Like when I would go out for other auditions, me and my sister used to hate going out for auditions that would be like all ethnicity. Never would get it. Or like if it was African American, they're not picking my type of African American, So like it just became more of a downer than making me happy. And there's also so much rejection in the industry. Like I could tell you how many auditions I've been out on and did not get. And like, after a while, like you're a kid, that hurts your self-esteem. And I would say there was a lot of downs in it, but like people don't really understand what kids go through in the industry. It's actually really tough on them. I came out pretty. I'm straight.
While initially considering a return to acting, she found herself comfortable with the life she had made for herself and her family. Davis has started a family of her own. She is currently a mother of 2 children, a boy and a girl. She also has a net worth of over $600K. Feeling a lack of pressure to pursue acting, she decided to drop it. Despite these challenges, she now aims to re-enter the acting world on her own terms, prioritizing her children's well-being above all else.
It's not like I don't love the kids. I love the kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so did I hesitate to give up my office for Vanessa's room?
Though Kellita isn't on OnlyFans, her story is poignant and still worth sharing. Since the early 90s, Kellita Smith has established herself as one of the most versatile actresses in the entertainment industry. Unlike the others on the show, she was a tornado in the sitcom industry, with roles in shows like Martin and the Jamie Foxx Show. Her most iconic stint was undoubtedly on The Bernie Mac Show. In 2001, Kellita auditioned for The Bernie Mac Show, and despite initial rejections, she ultimately landed the role of Wanda McCullough. Working with Bernie Mac was a dream come true for Kellita, who admired his professionalism on set. However, despite her success, she felt unrecognized, particularly by Black media outlets. She confronted Essence magazine about the lack of coverage, highlighting the need for representation within her community. Despite her efforts, Mrs. Smith's plea for recognition was never answered. Following the conclusion of The Bernie Mac Show in April 2006, Kellita remained active in her career, venturing into stand-up comedy after receiving an invitation from Bernie Mac himself to open for him at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas.
My last conversation I had with Bernie was he called to tell me that he was opening up for a month at MGM Grand in Vegas, and that he had been looking for a female comedian to open up for him, and he called to say he couldn't find what he was looking for and that he wanted me to open up for him. And of course I was freaking out. I was like, did you say the MGM Grand? Wait a minute, what?
Right.
That's thousands of people. That's a concert. I was like, are you kidding me? He meant it. He said, you know, Key, he used to call me Key. He's like, I watched you on the set and you got it. You got timing. Even Don Rickles said to me, I need to be doing stand-up comedy. And he said, I want you to be my wingman and I want you to open up for me. He said, I'm gonna come out there. I want you to get up, touch a mic. I want you to get comfortable with that. And he said, and we'll write you a set. And I was like, oh my God, I just remember not even hanging up the phone properly. This nigga has lost his mind. Okay, well, okay, let's get it together. And then what I didn't know is he actually called me from the hospital, and he had been hospitalized, and that was April, May, and then he was set to do a month of June, July, and then he was gone.
This was her moment to make a name for herself and cement her career. Tragically, Bernie's passing prevented her from fulfilling this opportunity and left a huge void where there should have been fame and glitz. But you gotta give it to her. The woman is a powerhouse. Despite the obstacles and setbacks, Kellita's contribution to the entertainment industry are commendable. While Essence magazine may have overlooked her achievements, she has managed to win the hearts of audiences all over the world. Kellita Smith is still gorgeous and turning heads at 55, and she has a net worth of $3 million. You can see her in the TV series Lace and From Scratch. The only boy of the Tompkins children, Jeremy Suarez, has also dropped out of the acting business, but this time around it was not so unceremoniously.
It was a little bit rough because I was in this age bracket where I looked like lower to middle high school age, but at that age, they would much rather hire somebody who's like 19 to play that age because they don't have child actor laws. So not only are they not restricted to only working you 9.5 hours a day, they also don't have to hire a teacher. So it's vastly cheaper to hire an adult.
He transitioned from a child actor to living a regular life working in retail and construction. But according to Jeremy, it was all by design. He needed to know what it was like to earn his keep. After the show concluded, Suarez, who is now 33, sought a sense of normalcy in his life. He decided to prioritize stability and put his acting career on hold. Instead, he pursued various blue-collar jobs, including retail roles, as a line cook and in construction alongside his stepfather.
I took a step back and I was like, wait a minute. You're doing what you say you don't want to do. You don't want to let people tell you how to feel about yourself. So don't let it, you know what I mean? Take your time. If they're not ready for your greatness right now, Jeremy, okay, that's cool. Because you can be using your time valuably and going and learning not only about yourself, learning about life. Because there's only so much life you can see on an acting set.
But not all hope is lost in his acting career. After spending some time away from the limelight, Suarez has plans to get back into the game, which brought him great joy as a child. He has a net worth of $700K. Life is full of twists and turns, ups and downs, and unexpected challenges. The cast of The Bernie Mac Show is probably the best example of this. However, it's essential to remember that everyone has the freedom to make their own choices and carve out their own path in life. Their stories serve as a reminder that success is not always linear, and true fulfillment often lies in the journey itself. Check out our video on Bernie Mac and Jeremy Suarez.